This is not a random video. This is not an accident. If you are hearing this, it means a door has opened. A message has traveled across time. From the version of you that already knows. The version of you that has seen what happens if you do nothing, and the version of you that has also seen what happens if you rise. They are speaking now, through this voice, through these words. Listen carefully, because what you choose in the next few minutes will echo across your entire life. The first message is about time, and it will shake everything you thought you knew. You were taught that time is linear, that it flows like a straight river, from past to present to future. But the truth is stranger. Time does not march, it turns. It is not a line, it is a circle, a spiral. Your anxieties today are not really about tomorrow. They are echoes of a possible past that your soul already remembers. When you feel fear of the future, it is not because the future is unknown. It is because another version of you has already lived it. The Tao Te Ching whispers. Reversal is the movement of the Tao. What seems to come last may in truth come first. Think of the moon. Its phases look like progression, new, waxing, full, waning. But in reality, the cycle never ends. The full moon is also the seed of the next new moon. Your life is like this. Every ending is also a beginning. Every future already folds back into your present. Modern science hints at the same. In quantum physics, the delayed choice experiment shows that particles can act today based on choices made tomorrow. The future can reach back and reshape the past. What you think is cause and effect is more like dialogue. So when you panic about what's to come, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this fear truly about what has not happened? Or is it the ghost of a timeline that you are free to choose differently now? Your power lies here, not in running ahead, but in sinking into the now. When you give your full attention to this moment, you are repairing every version of yourself across all timelines. You are not preparing for the future. You are rewriting it. Because the future is not far away. It is folded into the present like ink in water. Let this be your practice. Do not sacrifice today for an imagined tomorrow. Do not trade your presence for illusions of later. There is no later, only now, and the infinite futures it contains. The future you, the one sending this message, is begging you to understand. Stop worrying, stop racing, stop bargaining with someday. Anchor here, be here, live here. For when you honor the present moment, you honor every version of yourself. And in that instant, you give your future self the greatest gift possible, a life already whole. The second message is about energy, and it cuts deeper than you expect. Your greatest leak of energy is not your job, not your workload, not even your endless to-do lists. It is the silent burden of trying to be liked by everyone. Future you has watched this game, and they are exhausted. Every yes you didn't mean, every smile you forced, every time you bent yourself small to fit inside someone else's comfort. These moments look harmless, but they are theft. They drain you at the root. Energy vampires exist, not in myths, but in daily life. The friend who always unloads but never listens. The colleague who drains without giving. The family member who thrives on guilt. Each time you allow it, your light dims a little. Not because you are weak, but because you are porous. Your aura is not just an idea, it is your field. And when it is full, life flows. But when it is punctured by endless approval seeking, you become a leaking vessel. Think of a phone running dozens of apps in the background. The battery dies before the day even begins. That is you when you try to manage everyone else's feelings. The Tao teaches, those who grasp lose. Those who hold on slip. Your energy must be guarded like sacred water, because everything depends on it. This week, your future self asks you to make one change. Decline one invitation you do not want, one conversation that drains you. Say no without apology, and notice what happens. You will feel lighter, stronger, clearer, and the world will not end. In fact, it will open. That freed energy will rush back to you, and you will realize it was never them who needed it. It was you. Here is the paradox. When you stop trying to please everyone, you begin to radiate, and in that radiance the right people gather, not because you chase, but because you shine. So your practice is simple. Protect your field, stop the leaks, be generous where your soul feels alive, but ruthless where your spirit feels drained. The future you promises. The moment you reclaim your energy, life will accelerate in ways you cannot yet imagine. The third message is about truth, and it is the most disorienting of all. The world you see is not the world as it is. It is a mirror, a reflection. When you chase happiness, it runs. When you grasp at love, it slips away. The harder you try to control life, the more it resists. The more you demand joy, the faster it fades. The Tao whispers, by letting go, all things are done. This is not weakness, it is alignment. For truth is not found by grasping, but by releasing. Think of water. You cannot catch it by squeezing. The tighter you grip, the more it escapes your hand. Money behaves the same. When chased in desperation, it retreats. But when you live in value, when you solve real problems for others, it flows like a river, seeking the sea. Love, too, follows this law. The more you beg for it, the more it withdraws, but when you embody it, it comes uninvited. Even happiness plays this game. The pursuit of happiness is often the pursuit of suffering, because you are always chasing what runs ahead. But peace is different. Peace does not need chasing. It sits quietly inside, waiting for you to notice. Your future self says this: the more you seek outside, the more you lose inside. But when you choose stillness, all things gather around you. This is the inversion, the secret, the truth that feels like a riddle. You don't attract joy by demanding joy. You attract joy by cultivating calm. You don't attract abundance by grasping at wealth. You attract abundance by becoming whole. This is what sages called Wu Wei, effortless action. Not doing nothing but acting from center. It is not about forcing outcomes. It is about becoming the kind of presence that outcomes are drawn to. So your practice is this. Each morning, before the noise begins, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Do nothing. Say nothing. Simply breathe. And in that stillness, you will notice a shift, a gentle magnetism. The world will lean toward you, not because you chased it, but because you finally stopped. Your future self knows this tiny discipline will change everything, because the truth is simple. When you stop running, what you seek can finally find you. Now you may wonder, who is sending these words? Who is this voice that speaks across time? You might imagine a guardian, or a mysterious spirit guide, or even a future version of yourself stepping through a crack in the timeline. But the truth is far closer and far simpler. This messenger is you, not the anxious you, not the exhausted you, but the higher you, the wiser you, the version of you that already remembers. This message is not alien. It is not foreign. It has always been whispering. Every time you felt a sudden urge, every time a dream left you shaken, every time your body said no while your mind said yes, that was the messenger. It speaks in tension. It speaks in longing. It speaks in the quiet places between your thoughts. But because the world is loud, because distraction is endless, you tuned it out. So the messenger had to disguise itself. It had to come as this video. It had to come as a story about the future. But truly, it is not the future speaking. It is your soul breaking through the static. Your intuition is not a random flicker. It is a frequency, a signal from the part of you that never forgets. This is why it feels familiar, why these words echo as if you already knew them. Because you did. You always did. You just needed a reminder. So let this sink in. The messenger is not separate. It is not higher than you. It is not outside you. It is the deeper you, the one who sees farther, the one who loves without condition. And when you choose to listen, that messenger grows stronger. It guides you more clearly. It opens doors you didn't know were there. This is not magic. It is alignment. It is the reunion of self with self. Your higher wisdom has been waiting for this moment. Now it asks, will you continue ignoring it, or will you tune in? The choice, as always, is yours. Now comes the most dangerous moment. Not hearing the message, but deciding what to do with it. Because wisdom without action is weight. It sits heavy inside you, turning clarity into regret. You already know this pattern. How many times have you felt inspired, but then did nothing? How many times did you promise yourself change, but woke up the next day unchanged? That is the trap, the gap between knowing and doing, the chasm between awareness and embodiment. And the messenger is warning you. Do not let this be another moment that fades into the background. Every day you delay, you lock in the old pattern. Every hesitation cements the reality you claim you want to escape. But every small act of courage breaks the spell. Every single yes to alignment creates ripples across your timeline. Do not think action means massive leaps. It rarely does. The smallest shift often bends the arc of a life. One honest conversation can save years of silence. One refusal to waste your energy can free oceans of creativity. One morning of stillness can reset the course of your entire year. The messenger has shown you the map. But the map means nothing if you refuse to walk. This is why the future self insists. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop bargaining with yourself. Stop thinking tomorrow will be easier. Tomorrow is built by today. The future is sculpted by the present moment's choices. The question is not, will things get better? The question is, will you make them better? You hold the lever. You hold the ignition. No one else can turn it for you. If you take one thing away, let it be this. The message is not complete until it moves through your hands, your voice, your breath, your steps. You don't need to know the whole path. You only need to take the next step. Because every next step, when guided by alignment, is enough to alter the course of forever. The messenger has spoken. Now, what will you do? You are not the victim of destiny. You are its co-creator. Every choice you make today writes a page in tomorrow's book, and each page affects not just one version of you, but all of them. Here is the truth your future self wants you to know. The pen is already in your hand. You have always held it. You thought you were only a character, but you are also the author. You thought life was happening to you, but it has been waiting for you to step forward and claim your role. Every small act of courage, every choice to stay present, every refusal to give away your energy is a ripple in the water of time. You cannot see the entire wave, but you feel its power, and the wave grows each time you act in alignment. From this moment forward, you do not chase the future. You build it. You do not plead for luck. You generate it through courage, clarity, and consistency. Do not look back with regret. Look back with gratitude. Even your mistakes have carried you here. Imagine your future self turning around to watch you now. What do they see? A person hesitating, or a person choosing, breathing, stepping forward? The new beginning is made of tiny steps, taken consistently. One decision, one breath, one action at a time. The message has been delivered. The seed has been planted, and now it is yours to grow. Ask yourself, what story will your future self thank you for writing today? Take one step, then another, then another. Soon, you will turn around and see that you have become the very future you once prayed would arrive. The Tao of the future is the Tao of the present. They are not separate. They are one. The new beginning is not waiting out there. It begins here. It begins now. Your heart knows it. Your soul knows it. Even the smallest, quietest choice made today echoes through infinity. So stand, breathe, act, and watch the world shift as your future self steps forward, hand in hand with the present you.